Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Or is it afternoon? It's afternoon in Kenya. So, Lucy, I've just seen your comment. If you're joining from Kenya, it's afternoon. But if you're in West Africa, or yeah, if you're in West Africa, I think we are 2 hours ahead of you. So it's just a few minutes to noon. If you're in Central Africa, I know it's already past noon. So greetings to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let me see who was here. The first one, Muamaka, joined us, the first person. And then there's Lika House, Maria, Habiba, Kolesna, Edima, Gloria, Ada, Victor, Chris, Chika. I'm trying to call out all the names of people who are here. Amaka, Alaba, Terry's, Chinasa, Maria, Patience, Juliet, Sandy, Beauty, Habiba, Organic Agro, Elizabeth, Deborah, Etienne, Jane, Oluwaseun, Charity, Okon, Mahmood, Lucy, Elweze, Eighth Burial. My namesake. My namesake. That's Eighth Burial because my name is also Burial. Rise Clothing, Windrose, Ruth, Walking High, and then Sandy Beauty already called your name. So thank you all so much for taking time to join us today. My name is Mary Lokwaj. I'm your trainer for today's session. I'm based in Kenya, so I'll be taking the session from Kenya. I have my colleagues with me. You can see them in the chat section already. I have Dinah. You can see her name with the blue spanner next to her name. So there's Dinah, and then Judith will also be in the chat section. So Dinah and Judith are my colleagues. Judith is in Benin and Dinah is in Cameroon. They're here to assist with basically moderating the session, taking up questions if you have any, and responding to any inquiries. Hi, Miss Winnie. It's a pleasure to meet you too. From Kenya. Kenya, where? I'm in Nairobi. I am in Nairobi, so I'd like to know where you are. Thank you all. Tina Masese. Hi, how are you? Christine from Kenya. It's nice. It's really good to have you all here today. I'm really happy that we've taken some time to congregate today for the third session. This is our third session. Yesterday we looked at building your brand and selling online. And then we looked at how do you leverage on the online space? How do you go about with deciding on the different platforms that you can use to set up your online space? And then we also looked at creating a digital marketing plan, right? So, what is digital marketing? That's what we looked at yesterday. What is digital marketing first? And then what are the different channels of digital marketing? So, we looked at search engine optimization, search engine marketing, content marketing, display advertising, email marketing. And is there anything? And social media marketing. Yes, I almost missed that. So, those are what we looked at today. And I hope you really found this session insightful. So Grace is also from Kenya. Wait. And then Mugeni from Eldoret. Baraza is from Kilifi. Wow. Straight from the beach shows. I really want to come to, for a mini vacation and come to Kilifi, especially in December. Then I have from Nigeria. I think we are all from different places. Oh, wow. Deborah is from Kakamega. Zin from Nigeria, Yemi's Chocolate. So I think this is a good platform. And then Lucy from Nyamira. Wow, that's really, really good. Gladys, Aha from Abuja. I think this is a good session for us to interact with each other, network, make friends from different parts of Africa. So Christine from Kajiado, yeah. So I have so many of us joining us from Nigeria. I've seen Nigeria. I've seen Kenya. I can see you, Tina. I can see Nigeria. I can see Kenya. I've seen Senegal. I've seen Ghana. I've seen what have I seen? Is there anyone that I've missed? So I think we're all from different parts of the country, of the continent. And I'm really happy that this platform gives us an opportunity for us to network with each other. And Lucy Githinji from Kenya, Nigeria, Lagos, That's Rita. Jollof Mix from Nigeria. Edima from Nigeria. Eighth Beryl is from Nigeria. I thought Beryl is such a Kenyan name, but it's fine. So I'll introduce myself again for the people who've just joined us. Please get acquainted with each other in the chat section. Say hi to each other. Network. Figure out what is this person doing. What's their business. Let's all learn from one another. Right. I am here to also learn from you as much as you're here to learn from me. So I'll introduce myself again. My name is Beryl Okwach. I work with Impact Hub and I'm also a trainer. I'm based in Kenya and I will be facilitating today's session. With me are two of my colleagues. There is Judith Lokosu. You can see her in the chat section. Her name is highlighted in blue and has a blue spanner next to her name. So there's Judith joining us from Benin. Judith is my colleague at Impact Her. And then I also have Dinah joining from Cameroon. She's also my colleague. So we all get to work remotely with each other. We are yet to meet each other physically, but we're still able to get our jobs done thanks to remote working. So you can see it's really good. Okay. Hadza. And then Eluze says, glad to see you, dear facilitator Beryl. Wow, thank you so much. So we'll get started with today's session. What we're going to look at today is using marketing tools and social media to grow your business. So what are the different kinds of marketing tools, or how can you look at, or rather decide on the specific social media platforms that you can use to grow your business? So, as in the other sessions, this topic is divided into three agendas. So, the first thing you're going to look at is setting up and optimizing your Google business profile. So, you can also let me know in the chat section how many of you here, I know all of us or most of us are rather business owners. So, how many of you here have Google business profiles? I would like to first know how many of us have Google business profiles. So if you have a Google business profile, you can let me know in the chat section. If you don't have a Google business profile, please feel free to also say, you know what, Beryl, I do not have a Google business profile, or I would like to know how I can create my own. So what we're going to look at in the first part of today's class is setting up and optimizing your Google business profile. The next thing you're going to look at is planning your digital marketing strategy. So this is just an overview of creating your own digital marketing strategy. But the next class that is the next class, which will be I think in the afternoon, yeah, will cover now digital marketing strategy in depth. Okay, so this class will just give you an overview to get an idea of how you can get started with your digital marketing strategy. But the next class will basically not the next class today, that's the next class tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow you're going to look at creating now your own digital marketing strategy. So the next class after this, we're going to look at now setting up your Google business profile. So I'm also just going to give you an overview of that before you get deep into it in the next class. And then the last thing we're going to look at today is leveraging social media channels and email marketing if you would want to start with to get started with email marketing. I know the trainer yesterday just brushed over email marketing as part of the channels of digital marketing, but we're going to look at how you can get started with that today. So let me see, I had asked a question. Michi says, Lucy has a Google business profile. I don't have one yet. Anne does not have one. Let me see. Ruth doesn't have one. Delnessa has one. Abuti does not have one. Lydia doesn't. Ifioma, I have a Google business profile. Margaret and Yvonne don't. Christine has no idea. That's also fine. Anne does not have. Nancy doesn't have. Rebecca doesn't have. Lucy has one. Mieko even goes ahead and tell me I have a verified Google business profile. Thank you so much for that. So just that basically gives us shows us that you need to get your verified, you need to get your Google business profile verified before you're able to manage it. And you're going to look at how you can get that done. And actually, this will be covered in detail in the next class, all right? And then I have a lot of responses. I'm not even able to go through all of them. Tony is in the process. Lateris has a Google business profile. Vanessa doesn't. And then Mulinge Mwende says, if I have an umbrella company that hosts different lines of business, do I need one GNB or I need several? So if it is one business, okay, it depends. So if I have one business and I deal with different products, then I really need to have one GMB for my business. Okay. But if you have, let's say you have, what can I say? Like a mother company. So you can have a mother company that has different businesses each. You can decide to have a GMB for the different businesses so long as they are separate from one another. Okay. But if it's one business with different products or services, you're always able, it's recommended that you have one profile for that. Okay. So thank you all so much for your responses. I think it's time for us to move on to the next session. I really like my sessions to be very interactive. So you can ask me any question, and Dinah and Lauren, that's the reason they're also here to pick up questions and respond to questions. I'll also be coming back to pick up your questions. So feel free to drop your questions. Feel free if you need me to clarify anything, feel free to let me know in the chat section. I'll also be asking you some questions, and I'd like for you to answer. But before we get started, we have this bootcamp that we partnered with Google for. It's called the Google Hustle Academy. It's a 1 week long bootcamp, that basically covers entrepreneurship in a 360 degree. It's a 360 degree coverage of entrepreneurial training. Okay. So first of all, you get started. You want to learn how to pitch your business to potential investors. Assuming you have a business and you're looking at approaching a potential investor, but you don't know how you will present yourself or what you need in your pitch deck. So how do you get started with that? So that is covered in the Google Hustle Academy. You want to get started with content creation, all right, and digital marketing, the practical bits. What are the different tools that you can look at to do, customer surveys, to do market surveys? You want to get started with Google Ads. How do you go about it? So that is also covered in the Google Hustle Academy. You're looking at effective business finance planning. That is also covered. How do you create your own business strategy? So all these things are covered in the Google Hustle Academy, and it is free. You're not paying for it. Okay. So please make sure you sign up for the Google Hustle Academy. The link will be posted in the chat section. Remember, it's free. So take advantage of that. And you're also paired with a mentor. So these are experienced people in the industry who help to walk, basically walk with you on this entrepreneurship journey. So please let me just check if the link has been posted. Thank you, Dinah. Thank you, Judith. Judith and Dinah have posted the link in the chat section. So just to ensure that if you're using your laptop, you can copy the link and paste it on your different browser. I think it's the same with your phone. Post it on your browser and then you can look at it later on so you don't leave the session. Okay. So thank you all so much. We'll begin the first part of our session, but before I begin, I'll ask you, which marketing tools do you currently use? You have a business, you're looking at, maybe you're doing some bit of marketing. So which tools are you currently using? I just want to get an idea on whether we have implemented some of these marketing channels before. So that's why I'm asking this question. So which marketing tools do you currently use? Gladys, finally I can chat to you. You're having trouble chatting? I'm really sorry about that. Chinasa says, good morning, Judith. Good morning, Dinah. So my question to you, which marketing tools do you currently use? Wow, Mulinge, I graduated from Google Hustle Academy yesterday. Yes, it was at Eka Hotel, right? I was actually supposed to be there, but I really had a busy day yesterday. I couldn't manage to leave my work and come. Yeah, I know you guys graduated yesterday. So the graduation, there was one in Nigeria, there was one in South Africa, and there was one in Kenya yesterday. So they were the graduations for all the cohorts. And I know for Kenya was at Eka Hotel, but I was not able to attend. I had a very swamped day, unfortunately. Okay. So I think Mulinge, you can also give us maybe you can tell us in the chat section for the people who have not joined the Google Hustle Academy before, what was your experience? Would you recommend it? You know, just to give them some encouragement to sign up. So you can learn a thing or two from Wende, and I hope that it will encourage you to sign up for the bootcamp. So Lucy says, in regards to the question that I asked, social media, email marketing, Eighth Beryl, social media marketing, Yvonne, word of mouth, but I want to go digital as well. Awesome, awesome, that's good. Margaret, one-on-one, Jollof mix, reels, in short. Ah, wow, videos. And then Tina, social media, that's Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Mulinge, social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, that's Chris. Josiah, Facebook, social media, telephone, SMS, and face to face. Mulinge, yes, it was a beautiful event. Yeah. And then Victor, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, the Meta Business Tool. Lucy, social media, WhatsApp, Facebook. I use social media. That's Aunar. Kemi, word of mouth. Jollof Mix, WhatsApp, e-commerce. Hi, Lulu. Lulu just joined. And then, wow, so those are really, really great responses. Very, very impressive. Let me read out Mwende's comment. It's a crash program. That's the Google Hustle Academy. You need to spare time, but all worth it. The pitching, tech, and branding experts were fantastic. The mentor was the highlight. Wow, that's really good, Mwende. Thank you so much for that good feedback. So you can see that from the kind of feedback that Mwende has given us that the bootcamp is very intense, okay, but worth your time. So make sure you sign up. Dinah and Judith already posted the link before. Oh wow, Penelope Kirui, I did the Hustle Academy earlier this year. Wow. And you also graduated? I hope you also graduated, but I'm sure you had a blast. I'm sure, and I really, really hope, despite attending these trainings, despite taking your time to attend the Hustle Academy and this GDSA boot camp, I'm really hoping that everything that you've learned, you're actually putting it into action, because that's where sustainability comes in. You want to practice what you've been taught before. Okay, so you want to put them into action and see whether it's working out for you or not. If it's not working out and you need some help, you can always reach out to us. We are able to assist you anytime along the way. So if you need help, you can reach out to us at pr@impacther.org, pr@impacther.org, and we can assist you with anything. Okay, so feel free to reach out to us if you need help with anything executing what we've learned. So remember, the first thing we're going to look at is setting up and optimizing your Google business profile. We had 3 agendas that we're going to cover, and this was the first one. So what is a Google business profile? What is a Google business profile? Yes, bravo to all the graduating students. Bravo. Thank you, Ruth, for that good word out to all the graduates. Right. So what is a Google business profile? What do you understand by the Google business profile? Oh, Lagos is far for us staying outside Lagos. Yes, I can imagine. Justina. So what is a Google business profile? What do you understand by the Google business profile? If you understand what it is, if you also don't know what it is, I mean, just say, Beryl, I don't know what it is. That's also fine. There's no wrong or right answer in this class. Absolutely none. Jollof Mix followed you on IG yesterday. Followed, who did you? Oh, us. Oh, thank you so much. So if you have any issue, you can also just drop us a DM on IG. That's fine. Google Business Profile is new to me. Thank you, Caroline Nyaga, for that honest answer. Ruth, word of mouth mostly on social media. Exactly. Practice makes perfect. Yes. Yeah, so Afolash Adedamola, I'll say the first word, it's easier for me. Adedamola has said, practice makes perfect. Yes. Julia does not know what the Google business profile is, which is also fine. Lulu, professional profile of a business listed by Google. Miss Winnie, a page that highlights your business in the Google platform, more like FB page. Tina, platform to make you visible on the SEO. I like that you've mentioned SEO because now the Google business profile is like a local SEO tool. I know nothing about it. Fair enough. Samuel, setting your business online for customers to reach you. Windows does not have one. Mavina, an easy to use tool for businesses and organizations to manage their online presence across Google. Awesome. And then a few have said they don't have it. Beryl says it's a digital space where business uploads its products, location, and contact. Awesome responses. So basically, let's get down to, before we even go to what a Google business profile is, let's look at the definition of it. So, what is the Google Business Profile? It's basically a free tool that's offered by Google that lets you manage how your profile appears either on search and maps. It's a free tool offered by Google that lets your business that manages how your business appears on search or maps. So, assuming I go online right now, and we are going to actually look at an example. We look at an example of how to cover it. So assuming I go online right now and I'm looking for, so basically I live along Wayaki Way, okay? So towards Kikuyu, towards Kikuyu, if you're in Nairobi, you would know. So I decided, you know what, maybe I don't want to leave the house because I work remotely. I don't want to leave the house. So, but I feel like having pizza. So I can go online and search for pizza deliveries near me. I probably know some places in Westlands where they sell pizza, but it's like too far, okay? Or either there's some place in Kikuyu, but I don't know the place. So I can just go online and search for pizza delivery near me. So there's probably restaurants near me that offer that, and I don't know about it. So I would be able, if either of them has a Google business profile, it will appear on the results on my search engine. So what's on the screen just behind my definition is how the Google business profile looks. Okay. So I'm able to see this business. I'm able to see their maps where they're located. I'm able to see what they deal with. I can see photos if they've been sharing photos. If they have a contact detail, I can see from there. If they have a website and they've linked it to their Google business profile, I can get all the information about that business from their Google business profile. So it basically helps you enhance how your business appears on search and maps. So the Google business profile, the first thing you get to attract customers with a great business profile. You get to attract customers with a great business profile. So assuming I come to your profile and I see you've been sharing photos, maybe you have a new recipe for pizza that you've shared. Maybe you decided to be offering discounts and you've shared the discount and the offers with posts on your Google business profile. It basically makes your profile attractive. Okay. And I'm easier to, it rather encourages me to reach out to you. So it also depends with the star ratings that you have. The more people leave reviews with you, the more it is well optimized in terms of you using the right keywords. You've been sharing, you're consistent with sharing posts, you have people dropping positive reviews, your star rating increases. So if I come to your profile and I see you have like a 3 star or a 4 star, actually if you have a 5 star, and I go to the reviews and I see really positive reviews, customers giving good feedback, it encourages me as a first time customer to actually reach out to you. So assuming I have two profiles, if I see one with a 1 star rating, the last post was maybe last year. Okay. I mean, it's a dull profile. I'll feel like, I know, Apana, is this I've even spoken Swahili. So I'll even think, is this business even still operational? Okay, the last post was last year. It doesn't make sense. Then they have a 1 star rating. And then I look at this other business with the same offering, 5 star rating. Their latest post was maybe today morning. I'll feel encouraged to actually reach out to this one. It looks more legit. Okay. So you get to attract customers with a great business profile. You give customers more ways to reach you. So remember the Google business profile, you can share your contact details, your phone number, your website. You can link it with your website. So people have the advantage of different ways in which they can reach out to you, and then you're also able to see how customers connect with your business. So I have the Google business profile, but as a business owner, I want to see if it's working out for me. Well, I can go to the Google business profile analytics. I'm able to see how many people clicked on my profile since I created one. How many people clicked on my profile? Okay, how many people made calls or bookings or appointments for my profile? So I'm able even to see. So these are the amount of people who came to my profile, and they came to my profile because they used this search term. So I'm able to see the search terms that they used. Did they use a search term maybe in relation to a product or service that I'm offering, or did they search for my exact business name? How did my profile become discoverable to them? I'm able to figure all those things out and better make marketing decisions from that. So when you're creating your Google business profile, actually the link will be posted in the chat section to get started with creating your Google business profile. Okay. GMB, the link will be posted in the chat section by either Judith or Dinah to get started with creating. It's actually a step-by-step basis. It's not very complicated. So when you're creating your Google business profile, you need to add the name of your business. What is your business name? You don't need to be a registered business, like the way in Kenya you have to register your business or your company. You don't have to. Okay, so if you have a business name already and you have an existing business, you can just add that. Then what category is your business in the hospitality industry, manufacturing industry, tours and travel industry? Which category are you in? So sometimes when you're looking at the drop down, there's a drop down for that. You might miss your industry. So you can just choose the industry that's closest to yours. So assuming you're in the tours and travel industry, but when you go to the drop down, you only see hospitality industry. You can't see tours and travel. So you can always choose to hospitality because it's close to where your industry is. Okay. And then you get to add your location. Where are you located? Okay. So the benefit, what I would recommend to most people is if you have a physical location, when you're creating your Google business profile, make sure you are in that at the exact location of where your business is. Okay. Because when you look at, let me go back to this slide, the red icon, the pin, you see the pin next to Freeman's, not exactly next, the red pin. Okay. When you see that pin, so when you're creating your Google business profile, you need to move that pin to the exact location in which you are situated in. Okay. So it's usually recommended, it takes the GPRS locations. So it's very, the latitude and longitude. So you have to be in the location where your business is. Okay. And then so that you can, move the pin to the exact location in which in which you're situated in. Sometimes maybe you're a remote business and maybe you operate from home. You can decide to input your your home address, or you can decide to input your office address. Sometimes, if you feel like maybe that's giving out my private information and you don't feel like sharing that, you can also indicate, because it gives you an option. Do you have a physical location? You can always just say no. Okay. So you can also say no. That's okay. But when you put yourself in the customer's shoes, you imagine them wanting to know where you're located, because maybe they would want to make a walk-in visits. So it's also dependent on the kind of information that you want to give out. And then your contact details. Do you have an email? Do you have a phone number? Okay. So how do you want people to reach you? Do you want them to go to your website? All right. And then finish and manage your listing. So when I say finish and manage your listing, I mean, verifying your listing, and you're going to look at how you can verify your listing, and then sharing posts. Be the same way you share posts on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. The same way you share posts on your social media is the same way you should share posts on your Google business profile. It helps with your SEO, okay? And it also helps with your star rating, all right? So when you're creating your Google business profile, I've talked about being able to verify your listing. So there's an option when you're creating your profile, it will tell you choose a way to verify. So this is basically Google asking you, how would you want us to reach you to be able to verify this listing? Because they have to do their due diligence, okay, and see whether it's a legit business so that they can approve your listing. If your listing is not approved, you will not be able to make posts on your profile. Okay? You will not be able to make posts on your profile. So this basically just shows you that all the profiles that have been verified and are being able to be managed, they're very legit. So it increases the chances of people, finding your profiles or business profiles rather trustworthy. Okay? So it's usually recommended that when you're choosing the way to verify, there are three ways. You can decide to be verified by text, all right? Or you can decide to be verified by if you have a Google Search Console, which is the technical SEO, okay? Or you can decide to be verified by email. So it's recommended that the owner of the profile inputs their details. So assuming Beryl, I create a profile for you. Maybe I create a profile for Tina, okay? And then I input my email address for them to verify, right? And then they verify, that's fine. I work with Tina for a while. Then I decide maybe we cross heads, maybe, all right, with Tina, and I leave, okay? So Tina has an issue with the profile maybe 2 years down the line, and she wants some help from Google. So the only way Google can reach out to her is maybe via the email that was listed on the profile, and that's Beryl's email, and we are no longer in contact with Tina. So you see, that's also some bit of issue. So make sure that the email that you choose for verification, or the phone number, or the Google Search Console account is of the owner of the profile. It makes things easier for the future in case there's anything. And then you can choose to verify now or later, but remember, it still has to be verified. And the best thing, we're also verification partners with Google. So if you have a profile already that has not been verified, a link will be dropped in the chat section. Fill that form to assist with your verification. Or if you want to start with creating your own Google business profile after this class, you can get started with the first link that was shared. Once you create your profile, send your details on the form that will be shared with either Judith or Dinah to help with your verification. Because if it's not verified, you're not able to manage it. So when you're looking at my screen right now, if you look at my screen, on the left side of my screen, you can see there's home, posts, info. Down there, if you go down, there's a place written website, okay, just above users. So the advantage of creating a Google business profile, you get a free website. If you're a business owner and you don't have a website, you get a free website when you're creating your Google business profile. Okay, so if you already have a domain name, you can just input your domain name. When I mean domain name, it could be maybe Beryl, www.berylsorganicshop.com. That is what I mean by your domain name. So you need to have a domain, all right, to get the free website. If you don't have a domain, there are sites where you can get your domains. You can go to GoDaddy. Which other one? Which other one? I'm trying to remember. I think GoDaddy is at the top of my mind. You can go to GoDaddy and get your domain name there and secure. It depends. It could be for as low as $4 thereof or $5. Okay, but you need a domain name. Then you get a free website. Imagine that's all you have to pay to get a free website instead of having to pay a professional, to create a website for you. Okay. So you have to get a domain. Then there are ready templates. So the templates that you get there, you customize them according to the themes that you want or your brand colors. Okay. So you customize the templates, input your business information on the website. Actually, all these things in the next class is purely focused on getting set up on Google Business Profile. So all this will be covered in the next class. I'm just more or less giving you an overview. So you have to, I've talked about the verification partners. There's a link that was shared in the profile. If you're in Kenya, there's also Africa 118 who assist with that. And there's also opera.com who are verification partners with Google. So you can decide to, reach out to Google directly for your verification, but it will take a long time. So that is the advantage of working with verification partners. It hastens the process of getting your account verified. All right. So, what is the advantage of, let's look at the statistics. We are talking about the Google business profiles, but let's look at the statistics surrounding it. So, you're 2.7 times more likely to be considered trustworthy. Remember, Google does its own due diligence. They look at how legitimate your business is before they verify it. If they feel like this thing does not look very legit, your account will not be verified. Okay, so you're 2.7 times more likely to be considered trustworthy, and then 70% more likely to attract location visits. So the more people, you're discoverable on search, you're discoverable on maps, more and more people can decide, what, maybe I can decide, maybe you're in the clothing business. So sometimes it's a bit hard to buy clothes online because of the fitting. I can decide, what, I've seen this business I've seen their profile, I saw their photos. Maybe I can go to their shop and see the different kinds of dresses that they have and maybe do a fitting. So you're more likely to attract location visits, and then 50% more likely to lead to a purchase. So your chances of being trustworthy have increased. So obviously, we have more and more people. I think we looked at the statistics in the first class. More and more people are purchasing online. Okay, so obviously, if you look trustworthy, if you're legit, then highly likely people will buy with you. So when you look at managing your own listing, you've already created your profile. It has been verified. How do you manage your listing? So make sure you're logged in with your Google Business Profile account. Actually, right now, you can access your profile from Google Maps. If you have Google Maps on your phone, you can access your profile and manage your profile from Google Maps or from Google Search. So just go to search. If I have a profile already, I can go to my phone, go to Google Search and search Beryl's Organic Shop. Since I am the owner, all right, I'm able to manage it from my phone, or I can manage it from my laptop, depending on where I'm comfortable with. Okay, then when you're creating your profile, like I said, you need to update your information, your business name. What does your business deal with? But please make sure you're not being too wordy. Nobody likes to read a lot of words. So don't be too wordy. Create posts. Visual, people are visual. Okay, so make sure you're using appealing images, high profile images. If you're doing product images, make sure your product is at the center of the photo. It makes sense. Okay, and then people are dropping reviews. Respond to the reviews. Okay, sometimes you might have someone drop a negative review, but follow up with them. Pick it up. Don't ignore it. Pick it up. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding, okay? And sort the issue out, all right? So you also need to have a logo, like in every social media platform. It's usually advised that you have your logo as the profile picture, and then your cover image could be an image that best depicts what your business is about, all right? So you can see, like for Jonesy Kitchen, the background is, this it's food. So you just know this business deals with food. Okay. So if you don't have a logo, I know it's also a bit um if you spend a lot of money if you're looking at getting a creative designer to create a logo for you. So it's also some money. You can go to canva.com. The link will be posted in the chat section. Go to Canva. There are templates for logos. You don't need graphic design skills. So you can go to canva.com and create your own logo. There's a free version for canva.com, and then there's also the premium version. So if you want to get started with the free version, just go to canva.com. Canva will also help you with creating your own posters, your own flyers. Okay, it's very, very easy. You design your flyers the way you want. Okay, and then have additional photos. You can do photos of your interior. When someone walks in, what do they first see? So you share the photos on your profile just to help your potential client get an ambience of your business. Okay. You can also share the street view so that I want to make a walk-in visit. So maybe assuming in Kenya, you're based along Moi Avenue. Moi Avenue is very there are a lot of shops, so it might be a bit confusing. So I can decide to share the exterior image of my business so that when I look at it online, I'll look at the exterior and the street name next to it. I know when I go to town, the outside of this business looks like this. So it's easier for me to identify that business. All right. And then if you need help, you're having issues with your profile, you can go to support.google.com to assist with any issues that you might have with your profile. So the link is also shared in the chat section. When you're creating your profile, you also need to update your opening hours. What time do you open? What time do you close? Okay. If you don't open on weekends, you can indicate you don't open on weekends. All right. If maybe you have an upcoming renovation next week, you can indicate closed next week due to renovation. So when someone comes to your profile, they know next week I can't go to this place because they've indicated they're closing for renovation. Then there's also the attributes feature. This came up during the COVID period. There's the attributes feature. So the attributes feature, you're able to indicate if you offer deliveries, if you offer takeouts, basically any additional services that you might be having. So basically, that's it. When you're creating your own Google business profile, you indicate all those things. So when you want to stay competitive, you're able to make informed marketing decisions with your profile. Okay, you're able to know. I'm looking at the analytics. So I made a post in the morning on my Google business profile, and I made another post in the evening. But the post in the evening has shown that maybe it has 1,000 views. The post in the morning has maybe 10 views. So absolutely, it means that I'm looking at I'm looking at the trend, and I can see posts made in the evening have more traction. Then there's no point in me making post in the morning. All right. Let me just tweak my marketing strategy. So I'm able to make more informed marketing decisions. I can learn from the successes and mistakes of others. I can look at my competitors' profile, see what's working out for them. They have so many how can I encourage my clients to drop me reviews so that I can increase my star rating? Okay. And then I can learn from their mistakes as well. I'm able to understand what services to offer to customers. So people are coming to my profile. I'm seeing the reviews that they're dropping, what they like about my business, what they don't like about my business. So I know what services to keep offering and what to change. I'm able to identify how to stand out from the crowd. So when I go back to looking at the successes and mistakes of others, I'm able to know that this is what clients like. Okay, so I can create my own unique selling point from that. And I'm also able to discover industry trends and customer preferences depending on what they liked when they came to my profile. I'm able to know their interests, I'm able to know their preferences and leverage and manipulate that for the growth of my own business. So let's also look at, we look at two case scenarios for two businesses that open profiles and how they worked for them. So there's Inveli Designs, okay, they created their own profile, added their details, did all those things that we've talked about. So in the first 10 days of their website launch, they got 1.5K product views. Can you imagine? And then they were able to hire 2 employees, and then 30% of the people who came to their profile, you know, um, 30% find invalid designs listing while searching for a category, product, or service. So 30% of the people who came to their profile either searched for, you can see Invalid Designs is a fashion design house. Either they searched for, African contemporary wear, clothing, or something like that. So they searched for a product, and Invalid Design, listing was well optimized. So they were able to find the listing from that. Then there's also another company for Juma Tours and Travel. Once they created and managed their profile and optimized it, in the first week of their creation, they got 89 listing visits. They were able to hire 3 employees. 56 of clients find business via generic searches. So their clients went online and searched for them. okay, organically. There was no paid ad involved, all right? And then 53% of their clients found the business listing on search. So people went to the search engine, searched for whatever they searched, whether it's a product or service or their business name, and they came to your profile, to their profile. Remember, all this information you can get from Google Business Profile Analytics. From the Google Business Profile Analytics, they're able to find all this information on, how many listings they got in that week, how many people clicked their profile, how did they find their profile, all those things. So I think up to that point, I will be taking questions. Do I have any questions up to that point? So this is the first pause. Do I have any questions up to that point? Let me see. I know Dinah and Judith have been doing a good job in the chat section, picking questions, responding to questions. So thank you all so much. Thank you, Judith. Judith posted the link for verification. So please make sure you click on that link for verification. All right. This is so awesome, Beryl. You have really simplified it. Thank you, Winnie. Winnie, updating mine now. Please update your profile, please. Deborah says, thank you. Can you form Google business profile without a business website? So if you don't have a website and you don't feel like you want to create the free website, you can just create, your profile without the website. But I would advise you to try and leverage on the free website because it basically increases your chances of you have people coming to your profile, you have people coming to your website also. So you're also able to make website sales. Okay. So I would advise you to also leverage on that. But it's your choice at the end of the day whether you want to include your profile your website or not. But you can create your profile without a website. All right. What are the things to consider before creating a business logo? So you basically have to look at, first of all, what are your brand colors? Look at your brand colors. How do you want your logo to appear? The trend right now with logos is minimalistic. So people are looking at minimalistic. If you look at Pinterest, if you look at Google, you look at Airbnb, they changed their logos to very simple fonts. Okay, so they used simple fonts, easy to understand. So people are going minimalistic. So you can decide to go minimalistic, maybe use your full name and maybe initials. It depends on basically how you want your logo to appear. But personally, I love minimalistic designs. So you can also decide on that. Okay. Can I repeat the same picture of my product over and over on my business profile? So you also don't want to be, you have to be a bit creative. Okay, so if I come to your profile and I see it's the same image over and over, it's not interesting. Okay, so put yourself in your customer's shoes. So you can decide to take, if it's one product with different colors, take different angles, different backgrounds of it, different uses of it. Try and be a bit creative. You don't want to be monotonous. Must you have a physical location to have a Google business profile? No, you don't need to have a physical location to have a Google business profile. You can choose, there's an option for choosing include location, so yes or no. So that's on it. But remember, if you include your physical location, more and more people, if you would want to have walk-in visits, it assists with that. If you are a remote business, you can also just indicate that you don't have a physical office. All right. So it's easier for someone, when they come to your profile, they have all that information already. Okay. Please, I always get hooked at the stage where they request for my postal address. I'm told to wait for 3 working days before I can proceed. Please, how do I go about this? I always get hooked at the stage where they request for my postal address. I'm told to wait for 3 working days before I can proceed. Please, how do I go about it? Please reach out to support.google.com to be able to assist you with that. They should be able to assist you with that. I have a verified Google business profile. I have my domain, but I don't know how to use them in making sales. I need a one-on-one consultation or someone that will get it well set for me. I have a verified Google business profile. I have my domain, but I don't know how to use them in making sales. Okay, so it's just like I mentioned, be consistent, all right? Make posts. If you have offers running, if you have discounts running, it's the same way you manage your social media. If you're able to make your social media sales from your social media, you should be able to make sales from your Google business profile as well. So make sure you're always consistent with your posts. Make sure that um, you're encouraging customers to drop reviews. Make sure you're doing a lot of updating keywords for your site to improve your SEO, because the more you have people coming to your profile, if I have 100 people coming to my profile, honestly, it basically increases the chances of more of them, converting with me. Okay. Please repeat that Kenyan website for assistance. Sorry, did you mean, Yvonne, did you mean the website for creating your logo and creating your social media posts? Is that what you meant? If that's what you meant, it's canva.com. If you want to create a free logo or create flyers, you can go to canva.com. If you need help with your profile, you can go to support.google.com. All right? So that's what I meant. Okay, so Judith and Dinah will pick up more questions. I will also come back to pick others. I don't want to run out of time. We'll move on to the next part of our session, which is planning your digital marketing strategy, which is planning your digital marketing. So my website is hosted on WordPress. Is there any benefit to moving it? So you don't have to move it, all right? But you can link the two together. So you can just input your domain name, okay? So it basically links the two. So you're able to, when someone comes to your profile, there's a website icon. When they click on it, they can be redirected to your website. So it's a win-win for you, right? Instead of them having to type out your website on the browser and still go to your Google business profile. So you can link the two together and it's a win-win for you. Okay. Please, how do we access the free domain? So there's no free domain really, but you have to purchase a domain name. So you can go to godaddy.com, you can get and secure your domain from there. All right. So it's around $5, $4, $6, depending. All right. Depending on the domain name that you choose. Right. Okay, thank you, Yvonne. So we'll move on to the next part of the session, which is basically planning your digital marketing strategy, which is basically planning your digital marketing strategy. So what type of marketing have you used previously? I think I asked this question. It's more or less like the first question that I asked when I wanted to know the marketing that you've used previously. And most of you said either WhatsApp, Facebook, social media, and so it basically relates to the responses that you gave me. So when we're looking at the digital marketing strategy, we first have to get an understanding from the traditional marketing. So there's newspapers and magazines, there's billboards and TV. So these are what are considered as traditional marketing. And then when we're looking at digital marketing, and this was covered in the last class, remember that digital marketing, there are 6 channels: search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing, and display advertising. All right. So that's what is under digital marketing. I'm basically giving you a recap of yesterday's class and an info for the next class tomorrow. Do you understand? So, what are the differences between digital marketing and traditional marketing? So, digital marketing first is low cost, it's dependent on your budget. If I have 5,000 bob, if I have 5,000 Kenya shillings and that is the money that I want, and I want to run ads, I can decide to run ads with that 5,000. Okay. So it's dependent on your budget, really. You can run Google ads for as low as $5 a day. Okay. And with social media marketing, it depends on the money that you have. Okay. So you can maybe around $10. So the more you spend, obviously, the more you get conversions. So that is the benefit. And then traditional marketing is costly. I went to look at, I wanted to make a press release on some of these, the major newspaper platforms, and it costs an arm and a leg, around 100 grand. They are of over 100 grand. It's too much. Digital marketing is interactive and engaging. People see your ads, they comment, they like. But traditional marketing, I see your ad on TV. I mean, as a customer, you're not even able to get my response. You don't know whether I liked it or not. You don't know my response. Digital marketing has a high ROI, and then traditional marketing short-term results. Digital marketing is easy to measure. If I'm running Google Ads, I can go to my Google Ads platform and see how my campaign performed, how many people clicked on my ad, how many people shared on my ad. Okay. And then digital marketing threads fast and wide. I can decide to run ads and target Kenya. So when I'm running the ads, I set locations. I can want my ad to target Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Nigeria. So it dependent on the locations that I add. But traditional marketing, it's a bit hard. So if I'm running my ads maybe on the Kenyan newspapers or maybe Citizen TV or Nation TV, it's not really fast and wide. And then digital marketing is actually time consuming. That's one thing about it. All right. Those are the differences between digital and traditional marketing. And we looked at, I think I've mentioned this. This is like the third time counting that I'm mentioning the channels of digital marketing. The search engine marketing, when you decide to run paid ads on your website on the search engine. So that is basically Google Ads. The social media marketing, the display marketing. Display marketing is when you're running ads on different websites across the internet. So I have my own website, but I decided to run display ads. My ads can appear on Ruth's website, my ads can appear on Judith's website, depending on where. If you go to these betting sites mostly, you see that there are many ads popping on their sites. So there are others popping, there are others that appear as banner ads. Those are mostly display ads. So your ads appear across different websites across the internet, and display advertising is very good for awareness, all right, not necessarily conversion. So there's content marketing, that's maybe blogs, guides, infographics, and then there's email and SMS marketing. I saw one of us here commented that they've done SMS marketing before. So let's look at the statistics for Google Ads. Okay. The best thing is you pay when people click on your ad. Okay. You pay when people click on your ad. So if I'm running an ad and only 10 people clicked on my ad, I'll pay for that. Okay. So there's cost per click, cost per acquisition, that is cost per uh, there's cost per meal, all right? So it depending on the objective that you input when you're running the ads, okay, and you pay for that. So 87.3 of searches are conducted on Google. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Right now, if you want anything, you'll just go to Google. And then 63% of people have clicked on a Google ad before. So when someone goes online and they search for Google ad, they're able to click on it. Okay. So like the best thing with Google ad is your ad appears at the top. You pay to appear at the top. Okay. So when I go to search engine and I make a search, my ad appears at the top. All right. So more and more people actually click on the results that appear at the top than the ones that appear at the bottom. So when you want to get started with Google Ads, you go to Google Ads, click on campaigns. The link will be shared in the chat section, ads.google.com. So this is search engine marketing. You want to get started with Google Ads. Go to ads.google.com, log into your Google account, sign up. You want to create your campaign. Go to campaigns, you click campaign, click new campaign. Okay. When you click the new campaign, get started with what is your objective. Do you want awareness? Do you want lead generation? Do you want conversion? What is your objective for running that campaign? Then who are you targeting? I'm targeting females above 30 years of age based in Nairobi, based in Kisumu, based in Kilifi. All right. Then what is your ad copy? What do you want people to see when they see that ad? Okay. So it's a step-by-step basis. So you can get started with ads.google.com. This will be shared in the class tomorrow as well. All right. I've talked about this, creating your goal. Where do you want to advertise? What do you want people to see when they first see your ad? What is your budget? I have $50. Okay. I can decide to run the $50 for a period of With Google Ads, you can run Google Ads for as low as $5 a day. So if I have $50, that's 10 days, right? And then I go live. I've basically talked about this. I don't think I should be able to go over this again. I've basically mentioned how you get started with creating your Google ad. When you click your campaign, what is your objective? Where do you want your ad to be seen? Who are you targeting? What is the information you want people to see when they see your ad? That is the copy. And then basically you go live with that. So I think up to that point, I will pick your questions again. Windrose, it's truly an eye opener. Thank you so much for that. Any questions? I know Judith and Dinah are doing a good job in the chat section. I know Judith and Dinah are doing a good job in the chat section. Thank you so, so much. Any questions that I have missed? Let me see if there's any questions that I have missed. I want to fill the form for the Google business, but I'm not in my business store at the present for the GPRS. So you can always go. So when you get started with Google business profile, it's business.google.com. You can just, wait for the time that you get to your store, then create, then you can fill the form later on. So when you're filling the form for verification, you don't have to be in your business so long as you've created your own profile first. So when you're creating the profile is when you need to be in your business. Okay. Can someone use Google Business Profile to mobilize people about his association? Well, so it's good that, I mean, it depends. So when someone comes to your profile and they decide to give you a call, that's also a step when you're looking at your customer journey. So there's awareness, interest, evaluation, engagement, and conversion. There are different steps of the customer journey. So when they come to your profile, they already have an interest for them to be in your profile. Okay. So they're basically evaluating, do I, reach out to this person or not? So when they engage, that's where you pick it up as a business person, engage with them, talk to them, fill with them. If they have any questions in their mind, respond to those questions, okay? Just to ensure that they're able to convert with you. So we'll move on to the last part of the session, which is basically leveraging on social media channels and email marketing. So leveraging on social media channels and email marketing to grow your business. All right. So that's the last part of this session. The attendance form will be shared. Please make sure you fill in the attendance form and include the correct name as you would want for it to appear on your certificate. Okay. Fill in your correct name as you'd want for it to appear on your certificate. So which social media channels that your business use? I think the questions that I'm asking right now go back to the first question that I asked the first part of the session, right? So it basically the answer that you gave me, I know I understood there was some Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. Some of you said LinkedIn. I didn't see anyone say TikTok though. So you can also tell me if you've been using TikTok. So how can social media grow your business? First, you're able to generate sales, brand value. You add value to your brand, right? People know your business as, if you need something, you can always go to Ruth's business, you can always go to Yvonne's business. So you add value to your brand and you're able to improve your marketing. So the difference between organic and paid, it's the same thing with organic. It's the same thing with like SEO and SEM. So the difference is organic social media is free. It's the normal social media management that we do. The one, we go to our pages, make posts, it's free. Okay, with paid, you have to pay for views, you pay for actions, you pay for clicks. And then organic, you will only reach your followers. So people who follow you or their friends, when your followers maybe repost on their timelines, repost to your page on their timelines or their friends. But with paid, you can reach anyone. So assuming I went online last week and I searched for an iPhone, the newest iPhone, I think it's iPhone 14 or something. I don't even know. Let's say iPhone 12. I don't know if there's iPhone 14. I went online and searched for iPhone 12 last week, but I didn't buy anything. But I don't know your business. So Yvonne decides, you know what, I'm starting to sell iPhones. So she does a paid social media campaign. Okay. So since my digital footprints already show that I searched for the iPhone 12, her ad will highly likely reach out to me because I made that search earlier. I don't have to be her follower. I don't even know about Yvonne's business. But the fact that I made a search on what she's doing and she decided to do paid ads, then obviously her ad will appear on my page. So that's the benefit with paid ads. So when you're getting started with social media marketing, you have to understand who are you targeting, which is the same thing with the Google ads. You have to understand your audience. Who are you targeting? Are they females? What are their demographics? What is the location you want to target? Do you want to target Kenya, Nigeria? Where do you want to target? You can even target them by profession. I want to target corporate women. You can target them by location. You can target them by their salaries even. Okay. You can target them by their interests and their behaviors. And then you look at the different channels. So there's Facebook. There are very many different channels. They're listed here. So you can decide the social media channels that you're going to use. Okay. So remember, when you're understanding your audience, you're also understanding when you understand their interest and behavior, you get to know the people that I'm targeting mostly use Facebook and Instagram. Then obviously, as a business person, I will focus my efforts on Facebook and Instagram. There's no point in going to LinkedIn if I've already figured my audience are mostly on Facebook and Instagram. And then you have to be consistent. And it's the same thing with the Google business profile I've talked about. Consistent with your post. I can't come to your profile and see that you made your post, the last post 2 weeks ago. You're not serious. Okay. So post engaging content. You can decide to share posts, photos, videos, GIFs, infographics. You can do live broadcasts. If you have a blog, you can be a blog. You can share your blog post, especially on LinkedIn, and be a thought leader. LinkedIn is very good with thought leadership. So also, if you want to get started, that's on social media marketing. If you want to get started with email marketing, it's the same thing. Understand your audience first. Who are your audience? Okay. Understand your audience. That is like the common denominator in all the digital, if you want to get started with either the digital marketing platforms. So you can decide on, there's several email marketing platforms. So there's MailChimp, which is free. All right. There's MailChimp, which is free, and you can send like 2,000 emails in a day on MailChimp. If you have the resources to pay for other advanced apps, you can use Active Campaign or SendGrid or Drip. Okay. So when you're sending out emails, it's important to customize your emails. People like to feel important. Dear Beryl, dear Judith, dear Dinah, all right, dear Ruth. I think Ruth and Yvonne's name are the top of my head right now. Okay, personalize your emails, right, and use content according to their interests, right? So don't just send out emails and you don't understand the interests of those people. So if you're a business and maybe I bought the iPhone 12 from Yvonne previously, and Yvonne decides to bring iPhone cases, okay, or what are these things called, or AirPods, all right? Then these are things that, these are products that can work with the iPhone. So I'm also a potential customer. She can cross sell or upsell to me, okay? So make sure you're sending out emails to people um, who have shown interest before. So most of the time, people ask, how do I get emails? How do I get my customers' emails? You can run a survey on Google form. When they fill the form, you get their emails. You can decide on your website to have an inquiry form. When they fill the inquiry form, you get their emails. You can decide to run a lead generation ad on social media. So when they fill the lead generation form on Facebook, you get their emails. And then basically that you can get a list of emails from there. So segment them according to their interest and share emails according to their interest. Then measure the click and open rate. You have to measure whether email marketing is working for you. How many people clicked on the email? How many people opened the email? All right. Don't let your emails become too wordy. Short and sweet, straight to the point. I think I've talked about this. So what I've not mentioned on this is testing your email. So when I've sent out the email, before I even send out to my clients, I can do a test So I send an email out maybe to me, Diana, and Judith, and look at how the email appears on my phone, look at how the email appears on my tablet, look at how the email appears on my laptop. Okay. So you don't want to send emails that look distorted. So test the emails out before sending them out to your clients. So any question, please. Attendance form is not in English. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think Dina has shared the correct one now. So Dina, please confirm that that is the correct attendance form. How much does it cost to pay to maintain a website after paying for the domain name? So it depends. If it's a professionally done website, it's usually you have to pay hosting fees, and it's usually per year. So there are hosting fees that you have to pay per year. I think it depends on your host provider. I'm really not sure about the cost of that. So it depends on your hosting provider. Okay. Yeah. Any question that I might have missed? Is it right to start a business page by paying, or the business should be allowed to grow organically? So you need to, I think it's important to look at the organic way first before getting into paid. Okay, I think everything is a step at a time. Okay, not Rome was not built in a day. So try and grow your followers. Try and get people to like your page first. Before getting into the paid bit. All right. So you can also remember to go to the Google Hustle Academy, sign up for the Google Hustle Academy. If you feel like you want to learn on your own, you can go to learndigital.withgoogle.com and self-learn and still get certified. So remember to follow us on our social media platforms, Digital Skills for Africa, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and impact her on all the platforms as well. Any other question, please? I do not understand the pays part on the form. Lulu says she uses ConvertKit for email marketing. Adedamola, I don't understand your question. Okay, so I think that's it for the day. I think, let me see what time we have the other session. So the other session will start at, we have another session at 1 p.m. West Africa time. That is 12 p.m. GMT, and that is 3 p.m. East Africa time. So the next session, you're going to look at now the details of getting set up on the Google Business Profile. So it will basically cover in detail. You want to set up your own Google Business Profile. How do you do that? So that is what will be the focus of the next session. Please make sure, I think it starts in 15 minutes. Please make sure you attend the session to understand very well about the Google Business Profile. All right. So thank you so much, Lola. Lola, I think your question will be answered in the next session. So let's take a 15-minute break, walk around, drink some water, and then we come back for the next part of the session. Responses delay. Yeah, it could be Miss Winnie. Yeah. How can one create a marketing strategy outside of which platforms to advertise on? We hear about how to advertise, but not a holistic marketing strategy that can be replicated over and over. So Mana Cristo Del Nesa, I've seen your question. And tomorrow we will have a session on creating your own digital marketing strategy. So we look at the components of a digital marketing strategy. How do you set up and create your own? So your question will be fully answered tomorrow. So make sure you attend tomorrow's session. There's a topic on creating a digital marketing strategy. Nancy, the topic today is using marketing tools and social media to grow your business. Lola, I think the screen from your end go to your settings and click on resolution and choose 720 pixels. Charity, no wonder I received marketing emails. All right, thank you so much. Let's take a breather. See you in 15 minutes. Bye. Bye, guys. Enjoy your break, your short break. Oh, it's by 2:30. Sorry, let me just confirm. Um, it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. All right. Bye. Bye, guys.